is the best summer dress for this sunny period, and I'm going to teach you how to make it. Welcome to Sew With Anita, where I share tips that no one talks about that will elevate your sewing skills from a basic to a professional. So if you're just joining us for the first time, you're welcome. Hit on the like and subscribe button so you can get notified whenever I drop videos like this. In this video, I'll be teaching us how to cut and sew this circle flare dress with strap and a bow design. If this looks like what you're interested in learning, stay tuned and let's dive into the tutorial. So in order to achieve this, I made use of 2.5 yards of Ankara fabric, or half pack of my Ankara fabric, and half yards of my plain material. So the first thing I'm going to do is to get my Ankara fabric and fold it into 2 equal sides. Then I'm going to fold it again. This time around I'm forming a cone. So just look at what I'm doing. Ensure that you do not have folds, so straighten it up very well. You can do this on a flat surface. I'm just doing this on the table because of this tutorial. So I pinned it down and then I'm going to start my measurement. So I'm going to get my bust round measurement divided by 4, and I'm going to give about 1 inch allowance for sewing. So I had 9 inches and I placed it on the fabric exactly where we have 9 inches with no extra allowance. So I just marked it out at that point and I'm going to roll it out like that. The next thing I'm going to do is to take my shoulder to shoulder measurements divided by 2, so that is 7.5 in my own case. So I took it from the side that is on a fold. Then from that point I'm going to come in by 3 inches so that I can take my armhole measurement. I'm using 3 inches because I don't want where I'm going to add my strap or my armhole to be looking to be too close to the shoulder or to be looking too funny. So I'm going to come up by 4 inches because that is our standard off shoulder measurement. So I'm going to roll a line like that, and then I'm going to make my armhole curve just like that. So I just hope you understand. Then from the side that is on the fold, I'm going to come up by 2 inches. That's my chest line. I don't want my bust to be revealing too much. If you want, you can just leave it at that point. So I'm going to measure out my full length measurements, and to do that I'm going to minus my chest measurements first. So this line here is actually my chest line, and for us to get our chest measurement, I actually use our shoulder to shoulder measurements divided by 2. Whatever you have there, you're going to add half inches. So mine was 7.5 inches plus half inch, which is 8 inches. So that is your chest line measurement. So I removed it from it like that. So you see, I removed it, then I took my full length measurements. So I want mine to be long, I don't want it to be too short, so I'm just going to utilize what I have on the Ankara fabric like that. So ensure that your tape is on the chest line there. That is 8 inches, and then you're just going to roll it out, mark out what you have there. So I just hope you understand. You do this step by step, and you can do it as slow as possible so you don't make a mistake and you can have accurate measurements. Then after doing that, I've gone ahead to cut it out just like that, and then I also separated this side because it is our armhole side, but I didn't separate the other mid side. So this is what I have after I separated it. I'm going to use this piece to cut out my lining piece. So just place it on a fold like that. Ensure that the part that is on a fold is same with the part that is on a fold on the Ankara fabric, and then we're going to go ahead to cut it out carefully like that. So after cutting it out, from that point we're going to remove 1.5 inches like that. So just go ahead and remove this 1.5 inches. It's going to be used for folding the Ankara fabric. You're going to understand with time. After doing that, just notch the center of the lining piece and the center of the Ankara fabric too. So do the same thing for all of the pieces you have. Then I'm going to place the Ankara fabric on the lining piece, right side facing each other. So the part that is facing me now is the back, so the front is going to be facing the lining piece, and ensure that the notch part is meeting the notched part. So we're going to just stitch it round, and we're not stitching a little part so that we can use that side to turn it over. So I've gone ahead to pin it out. So I make sure that the top side is pinned together firmly and then the lower side is not equal. So remember that you'll be shortening it by 1.5 inches. So we're just going to pin it down like this. So this is the way I did it. So first of all, pin the top side first before you pin the bottom side so you can get something accurate. So I've gone ahead to pin it down. So we're going to stitch this bottom side first. We're going to stitch it with about half of an inch first. Then after doing that, we'll then fold it like this. So just look at the way I'm folding it down, and then we're going to stitch it straight with 1/2 inch and finish up our stitches like that. Remember that we're leaving about 5 inches so that we can use that point to turn it over, so please do not forget it. So this is what I have after I have turned it over. Do you see how neat and professional it is looking? So this is how the lower part is looking. So this is the importance of actually shortening that lining. So do you see what it looks like? I've gone ahead to iron it out like that. So this is the point that I opened up for turning my lining piece. So do you see that point I was talking about? So at this point, I'm going to just fold it in, and I'm going to give it a straight stitch, just small like that. So this is what I have after I've gone ahead to give it a straight stitch. So do you see that it is not even visible where we turned it? So make your stitch as tiny as possible. Then after doing that, we're then going to overlap it. I went ahead to fix my pockets to this. I overlapped it right side facing each other. So if you want a tutorial on how to fix your pockets, I dropped one, so you can just drop a comment on the section and I will do another one. So I fixed my pocket, and I'm going to stitch it down round like this with 1/2 inch like that. So after doing that, I've gone ahead to cut out my strap for the sleeve. So I took about 3.5 inches for the width, and this piece is actually on a fold. So for the length of this, I took about 50 inches for it. You can go ahead and make yours longer if you desire. Then there's a design at the lower end, so I came up by 4 inches for that design, and then from that point I just made a slant like that. So I did the same thing for the other side too. I came up by 4 inches, I came down by 4 inches, and then I made a slant. So I'm just going to stitch this down with about 1/2 inch, but just the same way we did on the lining piece, we're not going to stitch down like 3 inches side of this. We're going to use it for turning over. So do you see that I didn't stitch down everything? I just left a little space there so that I can use it to turn it over. So that you have about 2 pieces of this strap. So after turning it over, this is what I have. I've gone ahead to iron it out. I ensured that my side stitch was ironed at the center like that, so that we can have this tie shape. So do you see? And then do you see the part that I actually top stitch, just like I explained in the lining piece? So this is what I have. Then I've gone ahead to cut out my piece for my bow. For this piece, I made use of about 9 inches for one side, and for the other side I made use of 11 inches. I've gone ahead to iron paper stay to this so that it can have a little bit of stamina. So by the time I fold it and I form my bow, it should be strong, but it wasn't strong enough like what I wanted to achieve. So I decided to add my gum stay to it. This one looks a lot more thicker, so I'm going to iron it to it. If it doesn't iron well, you can go ahead to add hemming gum to it so that it can stick very well and it will not pull out. So after doing that, this is what I have. So do you see that it is a lot thicker and it has a lot of weight? So what I'm going to do is to fold it like this, and then I'm going to stitch it round with 1/2 inch. We're stitching everything round. By the time we're done, this is what I have, and then I went ahead to notch it round like that. So I just gave it slight notches so that it will be easy to turn over. After notching it down, I'm just going to separate it so that we can have one side like that, because we want to cut it off. So after separating it, opening it up and separating it at the center, just go ahead and give it a very tiny cut so that you don't have to make it so wide. Just give it a tiny cut so that we can turn it over from there. So I've gone ahead to turn it over, and this is what I have. You can also use your scissors to choke it in so that it can be more pointing at the edges. So this is what I have. I also ironed it out so that it can be nice, flat and neat. So I also went ahead to cut out my strap like that. I first of all joined it to form like a rope, then I sealed the top side because I don't want it to be bringing out hairs. Then I've also gone ahead to prepare my rope that I'll be using to tie the bow. After doing that, I'm just going to give the bow a slight pleat. Ensure that your pleat is covering up the hole that we have there. After doing that, try as much as possible to get the center, and we're going to use the rope to tie it up like that. Ensure that you are tying it firmly. Tie it, retie it, tie it and retie it, so that you don't end up having a loose bow at the end. After doing that, I'll then get my strap that we have there, our little bow strap, and we're going to use our needle and thread to ensure that it is firm. We're going to sew it down. So for the black design that you saw there, it was actually a bead, so I beaded the work and I didn't really show it in the tutorial. So after doing this, after sewing it firmly there, we're also going to sew it on the strap. So before we do that, we're just going to attach the strap down to the clothes. Then I'm going to place this strap on a fold like this equally, so that I can get the strap for just the front. So to get the measurements, remember that from there to our armhole we have 8 inches. That point we said it was our chest line, which is 8 inches, right? And then we came up by 4 inches, so 8 minus 4, that's actually 4 inches. So our strap for the front is going to be 4 inches. So from that point that we marked it into 2, we're going to mark out that 4 inches like that. Then for the back, we don't want it to be too tight, we don't want it to be exactly like that, we want ease. So we're going to come down, we're going to mark out 4 inches too, then we're going to come down by extra 3.5 inches and we're going to mark it out, and we're going to just fix this on the strap like that, and we're going to fix our bow. And this brings us to the end of this tutorial. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to drop a lovely comment and subscribe to this channel. Share this to people who might need this, and let's have a lovely week.